the snow fox and the northern lights. Far in the frozen north, where icy winds whispered through snow-covered pines and the sky stretched wide and endless, there lived a small snow fox named Ember. Ember's fur was as white as freshly fallen snow, and her curious eyes gleamed like tiny sapphires. She was known across the tundra as the fox who could never sit still. While other animals nestled in their burrows to keep warm, Ember would race across the frost, chasing the wind, sniffing out new scents, and exploring every corner of her icy world. But there was one thing Ember had never seen: the northern lights. She had heard stories from the old caribou and wise owls who spoke of ribbons of color that danced across the sky, shimmering like silk. They called it the sky's song, a rare and magical sight. Only the luckiest of souls see the lights, the old caribou had told her, and those who follow them may find something even greater. That was all Ember needed to hear. One evening, as the sky darkened to deep navy blue, Ember stood on a snowy hill, staring upward. The air was cold and still. The world seemed to hold its breath. Then a faint glow flickered above the mountains, green and gold ripples curling through the sky like ink swirling in water. Ember's heart leapt. The northern lights. Without a second thought, she bolted across the frozen plain, paws skimming over the snow. The lights shimmered above her, twisting and shifting like they were calling her forward. "I'll catch you," Ember whispered. Ember's chase led her deep into a frozen forest. The trees stood tall and dark, their branches heavy with snow. The air was colder here, and the wind whispered strange sounds like voices carried from far away. "I wouldn't go any farther," hooted a great snowy owl from a branch above. "Why not?" asked Ember, still watching the lights dance in the distance. "Those who chase the lights may never return," the owl warned. "The path is long, and the cold is strong," but Ember only smiled. "I'm fast," she said, "and I don't get cold easily." And with that, she bounded deeper into the trees. The forest led to a frozen river, its surface like polished glass. The lights reflected in the ice, glowing brighter than before. Ember stepped carefully onto the frozen surface, but the ice groaned beneath her paws. "You'll fall in if you're not careful," croaked a wise old raven perched on a frost-covered log. "I won't," Ember promised. "I just need to get closer to the lights." But the raven shook his head. "The lights can't be caught," he warned. "They are not meant to be chased." Ember paused for a moment, her breath curling in the cold air. But she was determined. Step by step, she crossed the ice and continued her journey. Ember climbed higher and higher, paws slipping on icy rocks. The lights seemed closer now, brighter and more beautiful than anything she had ever seen. They swirled and twisted, weaving colors of green, blue, and violet across the sky. Finally, Ember reached the top of the mountain. Her chest rose and fell with heavy breaths, but she was smiling. "I caught you," she whispered, watching the lights shimmer above her. But then something amazing happened. The lights didn't just dance, they began to take shape. The glowing ribbons twisted and curled until they formed the outline of a great silver fox made entirely of light. "You've come far," the silver fox said, her voice soft as snow. "I wanted to see the lights," Ember said proudly, "and now I have." The silver fox smiled. "But you found something even greater," she said. Ember tilted her head. "What's that?" "You found courage," the silver fox said. "You faced fear, trusted yourself, and never gave up. The lights are beautiful, but it's the journey that made you strong." The silver fox raised her glowing paw and touched Ember's nose. Warmth spread through Ember's body like sunlight breaking through clouds. "Whenever you feel lost," the silver fox whispered, "just look to the sky. I'll be there, lighting your way." The next morning, Ember returned to her snowy hill. The sky was clear now, but she knew the lights were still out there, dancing above the world. And though she couldn't hold them in her paws, she carried something even more powerful inside her bravery: curiosity and the warmth of knowing she would never be truly alone. That night, as the stars twinkled above, Ember curled up in the snow and whispered, "I'll always find my way." And far above, the silver fox flickered faintly in the sky, watching over her. Ember's journey reminds us that sometimes the most beautiful moments in life aren't about reaching a goal, they're about the courage we find along the way. No matter how lost you may feel, trust your heart, keep moving forward, and you'll always find your way home.